988. You'll want to remember this number because it's the number you can call if you or someone you know is having a substance abuse or mental health crisis, or even if you're having suicidal thoughts. This number will start working this Saturday. The new 3-digit number is supposed to be easier to remember when you're feeling overwhelmed in a crisis.
Well, it's a lifeline and another option for those in need of help, especially when it's difficult for mental health counselors to keep up with demand right now. Brand new at 6, Eleni Dow explains how this will not only help patients, but counselors as well.
Life has been a little too stressful lately with all the news coming out on top of a pandemic. More people are reaching out to mental health therapists like Katie Anderson.
Probably a couple years ago, it was getting new patient calls on a weekly basis. Now it's every day.
She can't keep up with the increase, and she's not the only counselor dealing with this. Other Inland Northwest healthcare agencies are swamped as well.
It's really difficult. Therapists are trained to show up and help people, and when we are not able to accommodate in a sustainable way, it's hard for us. We want to be there for our clients. We want to be there for the community.
The new 988 number may help relieve that, giving people another easily accessible avenue if they're in crisis. This is how it works. You call 988, you're then greeted with a message. While you're listening to it, your call is routed to a local crisis center or as close as it can be. Then you talk with a trained crisis counselor.
Our resources are strained and tapped, and so a new resource, a centralized resource, has a lot of potential for good.
Not every crisis call is routed to police or emergency services, only when trained counselors believe a person's life is at risk. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline says fewer than 2% of calls needed first responders. The goal is to help those in crisis and further mental health access if needed.
While 988 is not operational until this Saturday, here are a few numbers you can call. One is the same National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and the other is the 24/7 regional hotline. You can also find these numbers on KXLY.com.